Toiletries, welcome to the Thai Extreme YouTube channel. In today's presentation I'm going to be talking about this backpacking trip and what I got in my backpack. Let me start by saying we are in October year 2013. Today's Thursday, tomorrow is the beginning of my backpacking trip and the beginning of the third weekend of October where my backpacking trip is going to take place. It's going to be in beautiful Pisgah Forest, very nice place. Let me start describing and stripping down what I have here. What I have here is my backpack. Let me start by describing the backpack. This is the 44 liters backpack outdoors products brand from Walmart that weighs 1 pound 14 ounces out of the shell. I customized it a little bit. I eliminated a couple of things that I didn't consider really needed, and I went down to 1 pound 10 ounces. So much for that backpack. It's pretty sturdy, pretty good. I like it, I love it. The other things that I'm going to show you in here is going to be as follow after this. What I have here is, this is my sleeping mat that I attach in the outside with these belts, and this is my cacamole. My cacamole is, you can refer to my video about it, is for pooping purposes in the comfort of the indoors of my tent. And what I have inside of it is my windscreen for my cooking system and a couple of steaks that I made for it with knitting needles. This weighed at 8 ounces, a little more than that, but that's my cacamole. This is my mat, sleeping mat. My sleeping mat is something that I customized, customized but DIY out of one of those big sheets of foam for the purpose of fixing couches that are sold at stores like Michael's. I bought it at Amazon.com for $19. It's the best deal that I could find. It was 7 foot tall by 4 feet, 7 feet tall by 4 feet wide, 3 inches thick. Then I shrunk it to the size of one of those sleeping pads sold at Walmart for backpacking purposes, and I put it in this. This is a sack, one of those compression sacks sold at Walmart, also for $8. I put also a layer of this material. This is like a foam material. This is the thing that you buy at the $1 store for sun reflection purposes in the windshield of your car, and put some of it to it. This weighed at 2 pounds 14 ounces. That's my mat. There's nothing more comfortable than that. I know there are air mattresses out there, but those air mattresses cost a fortune that I cannot afford. And the other thing that I cannot afford is to pay a lot of money for something that is going to puncture. Because I'm legally blind and I have all chances to puncture that thing. So I know that's lighter, but you know, I like to be comfortable, very really comfortable when I go backpacking. The other thing I'm going to show you here is the other half of my bedding system. I already showed you half of it, which is my mat, and this is my sleeping bag. My sleeping bag, this is the Rei Traverse sack that was originally rated for 45 degrees and weighted at 1 pound 14 ounces, but I customized it and I added some material, some insulation to it, Primaloft in the upper panel and Insultex-like in the lower panel, which is that material that I just showed you, and it came up to 2 pounds 10 ounces, no, 2 pounds 7.7 ounces, pretty good. It's still very light and very comfortable and very warm. Alright, so much for my bedding system. What I got here is my water treatment system. I have here a Citizen foldable bucket, the Squeeze Sawyer filter that weighs 3 ounces. But I have here the bucket, filter, 2 bags that comes with it. Well, it comes with 3, but I put only 2, one for backup purposes, and a couple of empty bottles of water that I shrunk and I crunched down, and you can refer to my video about that. I also have a video about those bottles. I learned about using those bottles with Steve Gilman, one of those guys that are into really ultralight backpacking. He told me that. So much for my water system. The other thing I have here is my shelter system. My shelter system, this occasion I'm going to use a 3-person tent because my wife is going to be bunking with me in the same tent. This is the Mountain Hardwear Light Path 3, on really big, on really comfortable, and pretty good size tent for the amount of pounds that it weighs. It weighs only 5 pounds. The majority of three-person tents out there are a lot more than 5 pounds. Like some of the 2-person backpacking tents are 5 pounds and 6 and sometimes more. And this is a 3-person tent. It's not a freestanding tent, but it's a very nice tent. It has huge vestibule. I have taken a bath with a bucket of water inside of the vegetables just to let you know how big that is. And it's very comfortable. It's all mesh and rainfly and all that jazz. Alright, that's my shelter system. I already talked to you about my backpack, my bedding system. Now I'm going to talk to you about my cooking system. What I got here, this is my eggs carrier from Walmart, 6 eggs. I like having eggs for breakfast when I go backpacking. And here is my cooking system. What I have here inside is my Rei Coffeemaker pot that I use as a pot. I dispose of the inner part because I don't make coffee with it. I boil water for drinking purposes. I boil water for my MREs. I boil eggs there. I boil hot dogs. I cook Mexican soup. I use it for cooking purposes. That's my pot. Pretty good, $15 only, made out of aluminum. Bought at REI. This is my hobo stove. This is a can of tuna that I cleaned after I used it, and I put cardboard there with cotton and in a roll like that. And the person that is teaching how to make this hobo stove in YouTube intended for it to be used with car oil, motor oil. I don't use the motor oil. It's just a personal thing. It's very efficient with motor oil according to that person. It lasts forever burning, and you put it out by suffocating. That's what I have this little can here. And but I use the lighter fluid used in barbecues. That's what I use. I have here my wooden spoon and plastic fork, and inside of my pot I have my cup for my hot drinks, and that's pretty much it. The only other things that I have for my cooking system is these accessories that I made for it, and you can refer to my video about accessories for the wood gasifier / alcohol stove. So I use this with those two kind of stoves, and also my hobo stove that I just showed you. All that weighted at 1 pound, a little more than 1 pound. Jessica, how much that weighed?
The weight of the cooking?
The cooking system.
1 libra 10 onzas.
1 pound 10 ounces, right there. I'm gonna put it on the floor for now. Okay. What I consider part of my bedding system is the extra thermals that I have inside here. That I bring. I have here. These are the thermals, the upper and the lower, pants and shirt, that you can buy at the hunting section at Walmart. Very warm, synthetic all the way. It feels like the fleece kind of thing. It's 100% synthetic. What can I say? This is not really light, but it's not way too heavy. Jessica, did we weigh this?
Yeah.
How much?
Almost 1 libra 5 onzas.
1 pound 5 ounces, right there. That's why I consider it part of my sleeping system, because I use this just to sleep with. Then in the daytime I use another kind of thing that I'm about to show you. Alright. I don't bring anything else. I don't bring extra clothes for backup or nothing. But let me finish with this. This is the hood that I also made out of fleece kind of thing. Synthetic. I bought it at the same section, hunting section at Walmart. Those thermals I paid $17 a piece. I could not find anything of that category any cheaper. If you go to one of those, stores that are dedicated to this kind of outdoor things, they cost a fortune, let me tell you. What I have here is a Ziploc with the extra wool socks, also from the hunting section at Walmart. Extra underwear. My underwears are made out of synthetics also. for backpacking purposes. And that's pretty much about it. Extra socks, extra underwear. And that's pretty much it. I was telling you that I don't, it's not that I don't believe, but I was going to say I don't believe in bringing backup pants, backup shirts, backup anything. But it's not that I don't believe, I never had the need for them, and I still don't see the real need for it. Everybody has their own opinion. The worst thing that had happened to me when I go backpacking about clothes, and it was not directly to my clothes but to my sleeping bag and an extra fleece blanket that I had, was that I was using a very old tent. I didn't check it. I decided just to use it, and the floor lost complete impermeability capabilities, and so it filtered water like heck. So everything got wet, and what I did was to, you know, bring these things closer to the campfire, got them dried. You know what I learned from that? That if anything gets wet, you get it dry with the campfire. That's it. That's why I don't bring any extra backup anything. This is my first aid kit. I bought it in the same section at Walmart, camping section. I'm sorry, not hunting section, but they're pretty close. You can consider it the same section. It came with tweezers, scissors, white tape, some bandages, latex glove, pretty much it. So I complemented it with Neosporin, extra 6x4 bandages, and more band-aids. And this is my first aid kit. The only thing that makes this not very convenient is the case is kind of heavy. I know I can put all this in a Ziploc and that's my system, but I kind of like, you know, this thing because it's sturdy, it's hard, and it's very protective, and I can also put my pocket camera in it. So much for that. I don't have much more here, but 2 more pockets. I forgot to mention this backpack has 3 outer pockets, and the one in the middle is the one that I just opened and extracted the first aid kit from there. And this other pocket, what I have is my toiletries and personal hygiene kind of thing. This is the bag that I use for my cacamole. Walmart sells a pooping device for car camping, and these are the bags intended for it. So what I do, I buy the bags for my cacamole. This is in the outside, in the outer side, it has an outer Ziploc bag, very sturdy, very strong, like those freezer bags kind of thing. And the inner bag is like one of those bags for small trash cans kind of thing. They are biodegradable. That's why I like it. What I do, I poop in the comfort of the indoors of my tent, and then take this out, close it, and bury it somewhere. And then here I have a bag with the rest of my toiletries and personal hygiene. I have here toilet paper, hand sanitizer, baby wipes, chapstick, deodorant, toothbrush. Let me show you my deodorant. This deodorant is the very tiny deodorant they sell in the $1 section at Walmart and Target. They take this for travelers kind of thing. I found it very convenient for backpacking because of the size. It's very small. Now look at this. I want a close-up of this. This is toothbrush. Okay, it comes in a pack of 4. They are disposable. They are already impregnated with some kind of flavor of toothpaste. You can pick the flavor that you want over there. This is half of a pack. So it had 2 in here, but I used 1. So what you do with this is you just brush your teeth. It doesn't produce the foam you usually produce with toothpaste. And then when you're done, you dispose of it, throw it in the fire, put it in your pocket, and then later on throw it in the trash can. What I like about it is it's so light, so really light, and you don't need, with this, the toothpaste tube. So that eliminates weight right there. Weight savings. Okay, here is my bag. Bear with me because I'm legally blind. Okay? And that's pretty much it. I'm not going to show you everything that I got here because I just told you there's nothing outrageous about showing you, you know, those things, toilet paper, hand sanitizer, etc. That's my toiletries and personal hygiene. In the other pocket, how much that weighed, Jessica?
That one.
The toiletries and personal hygiene.
The toiletries, 12 onzas con 40.
12 ounces, 12.4 ounces. My toiletries, altogether. Okay, and what I have here in this other pocket is what I call my tools or accessories. This is a flash bottle, plastic bottle, here's where I'm going to put the fuel for my hob stove. I have here my fire kit. I have here wax covered cotton balls and toilet paper, wax covered matches, and cigarette lighter. That's it. That's my fire kit. Everybody has their opinion about that also, but that's what I use. Never fails, always work. So yeah, that's what I use. What I have here is this backpacking tongs for my cooking purposes. The reason I'm bringing this time is because we're going to cook tilapia, fillet of fish, in a frying pan on the stove, and we're going to use pico de gallo, onions. Oh, it's going to be really, really good, and some spices. I have two main steaks here, big steaks. These steaks are the kind of sold at Walmart. One of them, each one is like maybe 16 grams. They're on really light, and I could perhaps make it even lighter if I cut some of it and trim it. That's what I intend to do, but right now I'm going to use it as it is. The reason I'm bringing those two big ones is because I always bring this extra item, which is this 10 feet by 9 feet tarp made out of Pactive. I call it Pactive. It's a material sold by, it's house wrap sold by a company called Pactive. I'll talk to you about that a little later, but let me finish with my backpack here. What I have here is a string that I'm going to be using for hanging my foot of a tree. This is a string, kind of string that, what I say is imitates the paracord, but it's a lot lighter. It's sold at Walmart. It's called a hunting camouflage kind of thing. It's very cheap. I don't remember how much I paid for this. Perhaps a couple of bucks, you know, $2 something. And I have a piece of poplar wood that I cut about ½ an inch wide, and I roll about 2 or 3 feet of duct tape here for repairing purposes. And my pocket knife, bought at Walmart, $2. Very nice pocket knife. And oh, where is it? Oh, here it is. These are my camping stakes, tent stakes. These were knitting needles. So what I do, I bend it here and bend it there. What do you get? You get a stake. How much this weighs? I'm going to tell you, 1/10 of an ounce. This is in grams, 2.84 grams. And I have 19 of them here. So I have about 2 ounces, 19 stakes. I have used them, I have tested them. They taste okay. Yeah, they're fragile, they can bend and all that. But guess what? They passed the test. They are usable for that. Some people out there use one of those wooden sticks for Chinese food, for eating Chinese food. They use that, and that breaks. And this is a lot harder, and it's almost as light as that. So give it a try. I have a video, refer to my video about that. I'm going to put it back in the pocket because I don't want to lose those. Too many things here. So that's pretty much it. All that together, like I said, it weighed at 20 pounds, 6 ounces. You cannot deny that that's very really light. In spite of my 2 pounds, 14 ounces of sleeping mat. If I didn't have that, could you imagine how much lighter this was going to be? Well, all this is not counting my food. My food is going to be 5 pounds of food, so my total weight is going to be adding up to 25 pounds, 6 ounces, something like that. I don't have anything else to show you, but to let you know, hey, all this I did was very cheap, put together. What I'm trying to say is that yes, you can be an almost ultralight backpacker or an ultralight backpacker without having to be penalized with the high cost, very expensive stuff that are sold out there. Now, I told that I was going to tell you about this. What I do with this tarp is to make an A-frame shelter for the purpose of cooking under there, and also like it's happened to me in the past when I get to my campsite, it rains. The first thing I open is this. With we use for, you know, trekking poles, fishing poles. This kind of fishing pole, this tubular, it's what do you call, telescopic. Sold at Walmart for around $7. I have 4 of those. I dispose of one of the chunks, the tip I would say, and my wife uses 2. I use 2. Those are trekking poles, and I use them for the A-frame of this. Okay, this is 1 extra pound of comfort that I bring. And the only thing that I don't have here is a piece of plastic that I put on the floor for the purpose of sitting down. Oh, I was going to say something else about this. This material is called backpack. I call it backpack because, you know, like I said earlier, the manufacturer is called, the company is called backpack. It ends up to be a lot lighter. Well, I'm not light. I'm going to say like considerably lighter than the regular, cheapest, thinnest plastic tarp that is sold out there. And this is like a competition to Tyvek. It's only 2% light, heavier than Tyvek. It's breathable like Tyvek. It's waterproof like Tyvek. The only difference is, to the benefit of this, is that Tyvek is warranted for 121 days against UV rays of the sun, solar power. Now this is warranted for 12 months, so this is a stronger thing. This is more durable, I should say. Okay, I don't have anything else to say. I hope you like my presentation compared to other people's presentation. My respects for all the people that have the same kind of presentation and have all these things that they bring. Everybody has their own opinion. I learned a lot from them, believe me. Watching them, what I've done is take ideas from one people, take ideas from another people, and come up with my own ideas, my own criteria, and based on my experience of my previous backpacking trips, this is what I came with. My backpack at 25 pounds, 0.6 ounces. Thank you very much. I hope you like it. Take it in consideration, and I see you later.